friends and family. We're back and we're here to talk about some of our adventures.
Well, this week's episode was the Great Sand Dunes, the high desert in Colorado. So we went to, what was the name of that place?
Great Sand Dunes?
No, the camp. Base camp.
Base
Duh. We went to this base camp, family campground, out in the middle of the desert in the San Luis Valley, and it was like about maybe 15 miles from the Great Sand Dunes. You could see the sand dunes from our rig.
And I was pleasantly surprised by the campsite because I look at reviews before we go there, and they talked about how tight the spots were. They were not tight at all.
Not even. They were like 120 feet long and about maybe 45 feet wide. Right? At least that was our site. And the ones on either side of us were like that.
And we had a beautiful view.
Yeah.
You could see the mountains, and it had snowed recently on them, so it was a really pretty view.
You can see the San Luis Mountain Range, and I think we'll have some photos of those. And like I said, the Great Sand Dunes, you can see from our rig. It was pretty cool.
And then we were there for 5 days?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was 5 days, the majority of the week. And so the first place we went was the Great Sand Dunes, and crossed the river and walked up a dune and watched some kids sliding down on their slide boards or whatever they call them.
And they also said, talking about crossing the river, that that's the highest the river has been with a current in years. At the Great Sand Dunes.
I guess. It was only like ankle deep in most places.
That's true.
But at least it was a river, so.
And they had said that area only gets 18 inches a year?
A year, yeah.
And we think that happened while we were there because it rained a lot.
It was this San Luis Valley, it's 7,750 feet above sea level. It's called a high desert. And it's like surrounded by mountains, and it looked like every day the rain would start in one corner of the valley and work its way around the valley, just like encircling the valley. So almost any time of day some place in the valley was getting rain.
And it would get very windy in the evenings.
Treacherous winds, like we'd have to put our awnings in every day.
And really couldn't sit outside because of the dust.
Right about the time that you needed shade because of the afternoon sun, it was the time that the wind would kick up and you'd have to take the shade away. So there's that.
And we went on quite a few hikes there.
Yeah, we hiked to Zapata Falls, which is I think it was a Forest Service. No, actually, it was the state of Colorado. Forest Service owned most of the trail.
And that trail was very treacherous at times.
And then it turned into the state of California's trail.
No, Colorado.
Colorado's trail, wherever the hell we were at. And it was not really impressive falls. I couldn't even get to them. You had to walk through a river, walk through the narrows, and climb on a bunch of rocks, do a bunch of rock climbing and stuff, right, in order to look around the corner to see the falls.
While he was doing that, Buddy and I were waiting behind, sitting by the riverbank.
I went as close as I felt safe and comfortable, but then I stopped, took a break, and turned around. But that was Zapata Falls. Most of the time was we were just walking up and down the mountain. Okay, so then we went to some wildlife refuges. Refuge. I don't know what the plural is. Refuge is, but yeah, the San Luis State Wildlife Refuge.
That was a nice.
It was pretty flat, you know. That lake where we took a picture of the boat ramp that was about maybe 300 or 400 feet away from the water.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. It was dried up. And we went to the Alamosa and the Monte Vista. These are two separate ones, national wildlife refuges, and a lot of birds, a lot of flat land, kind of wetlands, you know, but
It was pretty.
desert wetlands. Yeah, it was gorgeous. What else do we do?
Not really much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, we took a couple drives with Buddy and
we went
up
into
into
town.
the hills. And, yeah, we went into Alamosa a couple times.
I needed to get laundry done.
Yep. Bought some Corel plates.
Yeah.
Ate some food, drank some beer, all that stuff. But then we had seen our fill of the Great Sand Dunes National Park and all of its surrounding environments. So was it Saturday morning? Saturday morning we took off?
No, Friday.
Friday, okay. So Friday morning we took off to Montrose, Colorado, all right? And you'll see what we did then next time, all right?
See you on down the road.
Okay, bye-bye.